Hello, Acres of Diamonds community. Welcome back. Hopefully, you got a chance to watch our Sunday night video, the Acres of Diamonds Sunday night video. I'm Scott Gibbs, and this is co-founder DJ Ligori. We co-founded the Acres of Diamonds organization together, and have been doing coaching, training, and speaking around that platform now for about 3 years.
Yep.
And on Sunday night, we talked about the pandemic progress plan and the model that we basically stole off of LinkedIn, by the way, and are using as our own. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
But full disclosure.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time on Sunday, we talked about how we're going to have DJ walk through where he finds himself on a day-to-day basis on the model. And so, DJ, are you spending all your time in the growth zone, or do you find yourself occasionally in the fear zone and in the learning zone? And if so, what's going on?
We slip a little out of the growth zone. All right, I'm going to be completely honest and vulnerable right here. You might think I got it all together on the surface.
You do look like it.
We're slipping all the time, and it's important to be okay with saying that. I think that's the important aspect. So, for example, something that I have slipped into the fear zone was complaining. I try not to complain to others, but at times I will complain to myself. And an example of that is this morning I was complaining to Coach Gibbs about the new workout I had done, because I'm trying to do all these creative workouts, and I was like, oh yeah, it beat me up pretty good. And as I said that, I realized how conceited and selfish it was to basically say, this workout, I'm complaining about having the opportunity to work out and to be creative in my workout. So the more I thought about it, I was like, I can't complain about that ever again. Especially now, because I'm giving.
Yeah, I mean, specifically, you were complaining that you didn't get to go to the gym.
Didn't get to go to the gym,
right?
and now, yes.
And that's where you kind of relayed to me that, oh my gosh, how conceited am I? And I was like, you're not conceited. You're just.
It's like, because we have these opportunities of going to a public gym, and there's people all around the world who don't have those opportunities. Now we're complaining about it. So that was me drifting into the fear zone. And the other thing that I've drifted into the learning zone was consuming dumb shit, consuming bad news. I watched a documentary this week called The Tiger King. I'm assuming a ton of people who will watch this video have also watched it.
I watched it.
It was dumb as hell. I do not recommend it at all. It was a lot of negative stuff that I was.
Why do you not recommend it? Everybody's watching it.
Everybody was watching it, I think, from a totally entertainment standpoint, because it was a total train wreck. I think as humans we love to watch failures, and that was watching a failure. Epic failure. And at the end of the series, one of my roommates turned over to us and was like, I didn't really like that. and it was kind of awkwardly silent, and I said, I didn't like it either. It was extremely entertaining, but it made me feel decompressed. It made me feel a sense of failure, because I was watching failure and a lot of it, and a lot of sadness.
Yeah, look, we're products of our environment in a lot of ways, right? So be careful how you program that mind of yours.
I know.
So that's great. Thank you for sharing those two real issues. But I'm very curious to hear some good things. Where have you spent time in the growth zone? Like how are you proud of yourself relative to the growth zone?
I would say the one thing that I have consciously been aware of in the growth zone is living in the present, living today.
Right.
And the best example I could use was this past week we had a couple employees who had been working remotely come back to work for a day because we had a large meeting, and at the end of the day they were leaving, and I said, hey, when am I going to get to see you guys again? And they said, I don't know when I'm going to get to see you. And I said, good. I get much more done when you're not here. And my boss at the time, he was standing right next to me, they all got a good kick out of it. My boss was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, Deej. All of these guys should stay home. And he was explaining to the other individuals that him and I had been working on a lot of projects together, and he was right. We really were getting a lot of stuff done because we're not talking to other people.
Right.
Especially like you and I are here, we go in, we get the 5-6 projects we have aligned, and we just complete them because other people aren't necessarily distracting us. And I was really happy with the way that we were doing that. So we're living totally in the present each day. So that was something that I was growing professionally, and I think if none of this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be as far as I was to today from these projects that I've been completing.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think the other thing you shared with me that was interesting is you're an essential employee because you service certain medical manufacturers and pharma companies, and one of the ones that you support and
Yeah.
service is out there creating solutions for the COVID virus. So, nice job.
And I felt pretty good with that.
Yeah, that's great, right?
It was. I said
So
it to
instead
my
of worrying
parents.
about, instead of focusing on and being in fear and saying, oh my gosh, I have to go to work, you've said, oh my gosh, I get to go to work and be part of the solution. I was really impressed with that and your awareness and consciousness and choosing to believe that about your current situation. So thank you very much, one and all. We look forward to seeing you and hearing your comments about today's message. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.